All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. As all signs point to the Athletics leaving Oakland for Las Vegas, they're leaving behind some ticked off baseball fans in the East Bay. And those fans have every right to be ticked off as A's team owner John Fisher has basically spit in their faces with his desire to get the A's out of Oakland. But when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And the folks in Oakland were hopeful to see the Ballers of the Independent League play at the Oakland Coliseum in June. But instead, those plans are going to be scrapped as the A's, I'm sure at Fisher's behest, have blocked those plans. Now, this is probably true. And at the end of the day, how much more petty can you be if you're John Fisher? Because Fisher wants to move the Athletics out of Oakland, which has been their home now for nearly 60 years, while he's also trying to to deny the fans there some hope for the future. This is, in my opinion, this is the equivalent of a couple divorcing and the wife just wanting the husband's record collections or his shoe collection just because she doesn't want him to have it. That's basically what this all comes down to. Now, Fisher doesn't want Oakland, but the city of Oakland wants the A's, and Fisher doesn't want to part with his team. I'm sure that there are folks in Northern California that would be more than happy to purchase the A's and keep him there, but he doesn't want the folks in the East Bay to be happy either. Now, plain and simple, in my opinion, this stinks. As you know, Fisher is showing, in my opinion, why he's not a good team owner. And if anyone that thinks that attendance is going to get any better for the Athletics when they go to Vegas, then think again. I mean, John Fisher and Major League Baseball have fleeced the city of Las Vegas as you're saying farewell to a community that has loved your baseball franchise and turned for a theme park. Now, I don't see the A's drawing in Las Vegas the way that the Golden Knights or the Raiders currently do. But, like a lot of other people, I really feel that Major League Baseball will be better off finding a new owner for the A's, keeping them in Oakland, and then giving Vegas an expansion team, and then just getting Fisher out of baseball altogether. Now, the sparse attendance for the Miami Marlins in their new park in Miami should be an example of things to come, in my opinion, for the Athletics in Vegas. Now, having the Ballers play at the Coliseum would have been good for everybody involved, as the folks in Oakland would, be showing more signs of moving on, while Fisher could have shown that he had a heart, but instead he has decided to continue to operate like Ebenezer Scrooge. So, it's one of those where I think this is a setback for the city of Oakland and the Ballers, but nonetheless, you have a determined city and you have a determined organization, and they're going to find a way to figure things out for their benefit sooner rather than later. Like I said before, it's going to be some time before you see Major League Baseball return to Oakland. Okay. It's one of those where it's definitely not going to happen in this generation. It might not happen while I'm still on this earth. But it's one of those where, you know what, you got to build towards the future. And I think the future for the A's, because they have some baseball fans there in that community, they're going to support this Ballers team wherever they are. And of course, once the Athletics leave the Coliseum, they'll be more than likely coming back there. But nonetheless, I mean, just how petty can you get? John Fisher is just looking worse and worse as the days go by as a team owner. Maybe at some point between now and June, cooler heads will prevail and the Ballers will be allowed to play at the Coliseum. But just when you think that John Fisher cannot stoop any lower, he simply finds a way to do it. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank all of you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.